The TDS Christmas event is way too easy, so what better way to spice it up than with a challenge? I'm gonna attempt beating Krampus, but with only moving towers. I'll be allowing our team these towers. Feel free to pause, let's get right into the first attempt. So attempt 1, we did not have any real strategy in mind, so I started by placing Elf Camp. Why? Well, it's kinda funny how they just... What? Yeah. Insane. One guy got a crook boss down and the others placed ace pilots, making for a pretty versatile defense. Wave 1, the right side got some leaks, but this is where Elf Camp and Crook Boss came in handy with their spawns being able to finish off the leaks. For the most part. Wave 3, it started smoothing out, with us getting 2 more ace pilots up and running. Although the ace pilot got a nerf recently, it's still one of the best early defense towers in the game right now, with its great cost efficiency. Wave 5, the wards were starting to become pretty big, but with a level 3 Crook Boss with an admittedly fitting skin, we were fine. Wave 6, however, an actual problem popped up. Biddens. With only the Crook Boss damaging them, they leaked easily, however with some spawns taking the L, we didn't take too much damage. Now wave 7, I tried using the most recent spawner tower, Necromancer. A tower that damages enemies and after the bar fills up can spawn graves that spawn these scally dudes. Very cool. Wave 8 it finally had some gravestones up, and with the new snow golem enemies, I figured now was a good time to test it. Yeah, Necromancer... So far, our spawner army was looking pretty decent with elves and bodyguards spread over the map. Now wave 9, the first mini-boss spawned, Ripped Elf. With 2.5k HP, it yeets snowballs that stun towers. However, we have spawner towers, so it's not like it'll hit the crook bot. Our damage was honestly not that great. However, with more and more spawns stacking up, it was speeding things up. It reached almost halfway through the map before it finally got defeated. I was genuinely shocked how we had already cleared the first map on our first attempt, with me expecting us to lose way earlier. As the maps changed, we floated up with some cloud and Minecraft particles, which I found pretty neat, albeit a bit random. Wait.
Creeper! Oh.
As the fog faded away, I started off by placing a level 3 DJ for the 10% discount buff, meanwhile my team concentrated on pursuits. I then for some reason gave Necromancer a second chance by getting a level 2 one down. Wave 10 a horde spawned, including 4 packed ice zombies, however with pursuit's damage, we made quick work of them. Ben reminded us of flying enemies, which I definitely took in mind when placing some crook bosses down with no flying detection. Not only that, pursuit's targeting was not exactly great and we ended up having 3 angels and packed ice leaking on our left side, and although we tanked the angels, the last packed ice ended up getting us in the end. For a first attempt though, that went surprisingly well, with me expecting us to lose way earlier. So in the lobby, we had to figure out how to deal with the flying enemies, so we decided on, rather than pursuit, we'd use ace pilot since it would be a lot more reliable. Oh, and I also swapped Necromancer with ace pilot. Please buff it already, TDS, it's been 2 months. Attempt 2, we optimized our map one time with us managing to defeat the Ripped Elf a bit sooner. Oh, and the elves and bodyguards all flopped down right before the map changed, which was kinda funny. I again got the DJ down, and then we spammed a ton of ace pilots for a total of 8, as well as some crook bosses for leaks. Wave 10 got finished off easily, so my hopes were high on this attempt so far. Now, directly after on wave 11, the angels spawned, and yeah, we somehow did way worse with leaks on all sides. Quite a rough attempt. However, on attempt 3, we finally utilized one of the strongest towers in the game, Commander. With a 45% damage increase already on level 2, it was gonna be essential for beating wave 11 and the whole event as a whole. This time we had 2 commanders as well as a max ace pilot, so things were looking promising. Now I did not notice this during the game, but Ben only used one of the 2 call to arms, which led to just a few enemies managing to squeeze through, making us lose the attempt. Attempt 4 we did have 3 commanders, but somehow ended up losing with a ton of leaks anyway. But what was worse was that Ben had to go. This makes improving a bit harder, as we'd have to teach the new teammate the strategy. Not that we really had one though. As for who replaced them, it was Zaya, probably one of the chillest dudes in this entire challenge. Attempt 5, we were chilling on the first map, then Zaya said he just realized we were in a snow globe. I think he might be onto something. Now map 2 was pretty interesting. We lost like half the runs due to flying, right? Yet Foxtrot bought a max military base for some reason, and shockingly, we lost the flying, I know. Hey, tank gaming though, I respect it. Attempt 6, it was finally time for some actual improvements. We spammed pursuits, and as wave 11 arrived, we got the commander up for the fire rate boost. And for the first time ever, we beat wave 11, which was a breath of fresh air. This quickly vanished with the appearance of a new enemy. Hidden packed ice. Our ace pilot only gave hidden detection for 15 seconds, so it quickly ran out with a few leaks popping up. I placed some engineers to help, but we ended up losing to the packed ice with 40 HP. Right after losing, Epic got serious, saying, "Wait here. Let's think. Can we cheat?" Bro. Attempt 7, Zach got some crook bosses at the back to counter the hiddens, and it worked well with us reaching wave 13 and clearing it just as smoothly. Now wave 14, a massive horde of enemies spawned, with our crowd control not even managing to hold them back. Our backline of spawns and towers clutched up though, finishing off the rest. Now wave 15, an enemy that was the perfect counter to our spawners arrived. Cold Mists. See, not only is it hidden, it also ignores spawns by going right through them. Needless to say, only a few towers could damage them, and with their sheer amount, we lost the 2 of them. This time, Foxtrot had to go, so we replaced him with Executioner. As he joined, guess what question he asked? A. Should I bring Elf Camp? B. Should I bring Ranger? C. Should I bring Executioner? Yup, it was B. Wait, what? Skipping to attempt 10, I really wanted Golden Crook Boss, so since I had over 60k coins, I tried my luck and bought a golden crate. I opened it and I got... Golden Cowboy. Still a good tower though. As for the attempt, we got to wave 15, but these cold mists were just super annoying, leaking through easily, making us lose. Attempt 14, Epic brought Accelerator as a joke, but I instantly sold all my towers to just end the run since I was starting to tilt. The attempts after this were just, to put it simply, trash, with us not even reaching wave 15. After attempt 16, I took a break and figured, why not stream the attempts? This was a mistake. See, I gave the link to my private server at the start of the stream and said, actually, I'm gonna send the link to you guys, maybe you guys can join me if you want. However, I did not mean that as in I wanted a new team each time, as I figured having the same team each time would lead to faster improvement. As we did attempt on attempt, the people in the chat got more and more frustrated waiting for their turn. Finally, after 11 attempts, I decided on replacing my entire team to make them happy. One of them was really toxic during the attempt, calling our previous team trash though, and they probably expected to be in the video right now. Oh no, the footage, no! Attempt 26, we had our final team, consisting of Ramen, Engineer, and Ver. As usual, map 1 was a full sweep, with 8 elf camps and ace pilot spam making for a fast run. Next up, map 2. This time, instead of putting our defense at the front, we put it in the middle for better coverage. With a mix of ace pilots and pursuits, we sweeped wave 11. Although our left side was lacking some defense, we compensated by putting some pursuits down. Now it was time for the pain that is wave 15. Pursuits with the near full map coverage got some early tags with only the mist leaking through. Then with the help of commanders called to arms, we finished them off fairly easily. On wave 16 there were even more cold mist, but with 3 maxed ace pilots we managed to hold them off, albeit some on the left side did start getting close. Wave 17, the map 2 boss spawned, Gatekeeper. It went to its right, where our defense was a bit weaker, but this was not a massive disadvantage, due to the pursuit wide range, allowing them to chip away at its HP really early on. Halfway through, it did use its throwing key stun attack, however, since we had moving towers, it did literally nothing. With it getting a bit more than halfway through, we finally managed to beat the second map, which had been so painful for the last 4 hours. This was looking promising. Once again we floated as the final stronghold map spawned in. Like from that angle, it looks so cool. For preparations, Vern got a max DJ down, whereas we placed a mix of ace pilots, elf camps, as well as engineers. Soon after, wave 18 started, and we quickly got overwhelmed by the mob of enemies. Some enemies were reaching halfway through, however with our elves finally spawning in, our defense was growing stronger. By the time our ripped elves spawned in, our defense was finally starting to become solid. Wave 19 began, and our moving army was looking beautiful. But we needed more. Me and Verdant got some crook bosses down to increase our numbers, meanwhile the other two focused on ace pilots and engineers. With wave 19 ending swiftly, wave 20 started and Krampus arrived right after with an HP of 400,000. As we started damaging the boss, the crook boss spawns finally appeared, completing the moving army. The rest is gonna be sped up because my editing can't do these towers justice, but of course, feel free to skip. Finally, after 25 attempts and 7 hours, we beat it. If this video gets 2.1k likes, I'll finally do Polluted Wastelands 2 with purely spawner towers. See you on the next one.